Hey guys, welcome back to Tom Talks Films, and today I'm going to be talking about and giving you my overall thought on the new Academy Award nominees, and just going to be running through who I'm happy to see and maybe who the Academy forgot to give a nominee out. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first off, we're going to be talking about the films that were maybe snubbed by the Academy, in my personal opinion, and we're just going to go through them, what I think they should have been nominated for, and just give you my overall thoughts, maybe a little bit of a quick review maybe on them. So one of the films I thought was heavily snubbed by the Academy this award season is Life of Chuck. I absolutely loved this film. I thought it was just really great. I loved the way they've done it. The structure of the film just really worked for me, and trying to piece it together. I just loved that aspect of it, and the performances and the stories overall in the film just stellar, just amazing, and it's one of my favorite films of the last year. So I was very surprised to see it get snubbed, and it sucks overall, really. So here are the categories I think it maybe should have been nominated for. What I think is a no-brainer is that it's a Stephen King film and novel. So I think overall it should have been nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay without a shadow of a doubt. I think that's just a no-brainer in my personal opinion anyway. Second nomination it should have got is probably production design for me. I just thought the production design, particularly in the third story, is really great. And it has some like memorable sets overall that I think were maybe just forgotten about by the Academy. Cinematography, I absolutely love the cinematography in this film. Mike Flanagan, once again, obviously, so he's amazing in cinematography and has made one of the best looking films, in my opinion, in the last 5 years, which is Doctor Sleep, and I think he's done it again here. Loved some of the colours, some of the shots, some of the silhouettes. Just loved it. I thought it was a very striking film, in my personal opinion. And finally, casting, I think, was just surely also a no-brainer. Tom Hiddleston, Karen Gillan, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Matthew Lillard, Mark Hamill, Mia Sara, countless names, countless big names that just didn't go noticed by the Academy, and I thought all the casting worked throughout the film, and I'm very surprised to see that it got no awards or nominations, in my opinion, throughout like the Golden Globes and everything else that's going on award season right now. So very surprised that Life of Chuck has not received any nominations. Another big film that I think is just absolutely striking that has been missed from the Academy, and I think overall the awards that have been coming out, is Wake Up Dead Man. It's the second best Knives Out film. It was one of the best films of last year, in my personal opinion. And it's an absolute surprise that there has been no nominations or anything that I have seen of Wake Up Dead Man. So I just want to run through and tell you what I think it should have been nominated for. Best Original Screenplay is once again a no-brainer. I just thought the script was stellar. I loved all the religious aspects of the film mixed in with a murder mystery. I just loved that aspect, and I thought it was really well written and definitely deserved a nomination for original screenplay for sure. Next is definitely production design. The setting of the church and all the other little settings around the little town, just amazing. But that church, oh my god, what a set that would have been to be on. And I'm surprised that not been nominated for production design. I'm only going to put this one just because F1 got nominated, so I'm going to put Best Picture on here. I don't think it's a perfect film, just like I do think with F1, I don't think it's a perfect film, but I'm happy to see it get nominated for Best Picture. And I just think Wake Up Dead Man maybe should have deserved that as well, just in my personal opinion. I just thought it had a lot of great things going for the film. Now, here's a rogue one. Maybe just stick with me here. Josh O'Connor, I think personally he should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor or Best Actor, whatever category. It doesn't really matter. I just thought he was absolutely amazing. Probably the best protagonist that we've had, along with Benoit Blanc, in the Knives Out films, in my personal opinion. I loved all of his scenes. He gave a stellar performance, and I love how he is constantly battling on what to do. It's just so good, and I wish he got nominated for this film. I thought he was absolutely amazing. Next one, obviously, is another no-brainer, is casting, like what I cast. Josh O'Connor, Daniel Craig, Mila Kunis, Jeremy Renner, Glenn Powell, no, not Glenn Powell, Glenn Close, Thomas Hayden Church, like so many names that I just think were missed by the Academy once again. Like, what a cast! You know, like one of the best casts of the last year, in my personal opinion. A film that was definitely overlooked for me, and one of the most underrated films I'm going to say of last year, maybe a bit controversial, is going to be Eddington. I thought Eddington was absolutely class. I loved it. Me and my friend went to see it, and we were both just sucked into what this film was doing. It was wild, it was funny, it was captivating, it was just such a fun film to watch. I really liked it. I can see myself going back to watch it. It's my second favourite of Ari Aster's films, in my opinion, just behind Midsummer. But I do think Joaquin Phoenix was maybe that good to get a nomination for Best Actor in a Leading Role. That's just my personal opinion. I thought he was great. I just loved everything that he was doing in the film. So maybe that's just biased to me. I really love Joaquin Phoenix. And I just think that he deserved a nomination at least. Not even to win, just a nomination would have been very nice. I'm also going to go with Best Original Screenplay. I thought it was very interesting for it to be set with the sheriff in a small town that was hurting from the events that were happening in 2020. The COVID pandemic also not helping that. I just thought it was very interesting. And the way that they started to like mix all the stuff around and the absolute wild ending of the film just really worked for me. And it's something that's just totally new and was fun to see them do something with what obviously was going on in 2020. Another film that I'm not surprised was snubbed, sadly, is 28 Years Later. I thought 28 Years Later was a fun and new twist and kind of reimagining of what the first film was, and just maybe just doing some wild things that are you really wouldn't see in a horror film, and especially in one of these films that are quite serious. Like the first one is quite serious, so is this one as well, but it does some weird and wild things that I get why audiences wasn't really hooked by what the film was doing, but I personally loved it anyway. In my opinion, I think it should have been nominated for music. I thought the music was great, especially in one scene with Spike climbing up the bone temple and putting a skull on the top. Just thought the music in that scene was absolutely stellar, and the music overall is really good as well. Fits the tone of the film. And I'm also going to go with cinematography. This film being shot on entirely by iPhones, I think. I could be wrong, but I know it was shot on iPhones here and there, at least anyway. And I just think it's absolutely gorgeous looking. I love some of the shots, again, with Spike in the Bone Temple. Just one of the best shots I've seen of last year. Just unreal shot. So yeah, in my personal opinion, something I've never seen a film be recorded by an iPhone. And you couldn't even really tell, it just looked that good. So I'm going to put it up for cinematography for me anyway. The next film for me is going to be another Stephen King adaptation. It was The Long Walk, a film that I absolutely loved but was a grueling watch. Basically just Stand By Me, but if the kids started dying along their journey. That's basically what it is. For me, I think it should have just been nominated for music. I thought it was absolutely some amazing pieces of music in the film, especially with, I can't remember what scene it is, it either involves Hank's character or Art's character, and I just thought the music was just so well done, and it just gripped and made the scene even more emotional. And I think it really worked, and other pieces of music throughout the film as well also really worked well. And again, I'm going to go with Best Adapted Screenplay for The Long Walk. Again, I just think it was just really well done. I don't know how different it is from the Stephen King novel, but I just thought overall it was one of the best films last year, one of the best regarded films last year. And I just think that maybe it should have been a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay at least. Last film on the Snubs category is going to be coming in at Jay Kelly. I thought Jay Kelly was a serviceable and really good film. Didn't love it. I really did like it though, and I'm just going to do these both at the same time because it might as well just it works together that way. I think George Clooney should have been nominated for Best Actor, and I think Adam Sandler should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I just thought the two had really good chemistry. I liked their characters. I liked their relationship during the film is really good and it feels very real, and I like the way it evolves over the time of the film. The ending as well with both characters is just absolutely beautiful, and I loved it. It's one of my favourite endings from last year and in recent memory anyway as well. I just thought the ending with them two just gave them the performances they gave in that last scene was just unreal, and I just think a nomination would have been perfect for both of them in my personal opinion. One I actually forgot to record and mention was also Tron Ares. I think Tron Ares has one of the best original scores I've heard in years, and especially of this year. The Nine Inch Nails, oh my god, the music just went so hard, and I don't know how I missed out on not including this in my original list. But here it is now, thanks to the miracle of editing. So yeah, Tron Ares would. I'm absolutely devastated it is not getting a nomination for the original score by Nine Inch Nails. I think it should have been nominated 100%. So yeah, there's that, and just what a kick-ass theme. If you haven't heard it, just go listen to it. It's so good. Now, obviously, the best news that I received during this Academy Award nominees announcement was, of course, Sinners. And the question in everyone's mind was Sinners going to get nominated for many things, and was how much was it going to get nominated for? And my God, it broke the record for the most nominations in Academy Award history. 16 nominations. I am absolutely over the moon. Whether it wins all 16, I doubt it. I think it'll win at least. I could see it winning at least over 5, potentially 8, in my personal opinion. I'm just so over the moon that this film has got the nominations that it deserves to get. It was my favourite film of last year. One of the best films I've seen ever, and especially in the last couple of years, in my personal opinion, anyway. And it also just makes me happy that a horror film has now broken the records for 16 nominations in the Academy Awards. That is just unheard of. You rarely ever get to see horror films get nominated for anything. Like I said, as long as it wins at least something, I am happy. But 16 nominations is crazy, and let's just hope that I can just take at least half of them home. Would be amazing to see. I would love that so much. We still have a lot of Sinners to talk about during the actual nominations of the Academy Awards, but I'm just going to try and fly through them as quickly as I can, because I have talked about this film numerous times over my channel. I've done a review and also a steelbook, which also maybe is like a mini review as well. But I've talked about this film enough, and I can talk about it forever. I really could. I do love Sinners. Another question on everyone's mind wasn't Michael B. Jordan going to get nominated? And thankfully he did, playing Smoke and Stack. The Smokestack twins, just amazing performance overall. The dedication that he put into that role, just I'm so happy to see him get this nomination. It's clearly his best performance in his career, in my opinion, from what I've seen at least. And I'm just so happy that he is getting a nomination at least. Hopefully he can take home the award, but we will soon find out. Another surprise coming in from the nominations was Delroy Lindo getting nominated for Slim in Sinners. I just thought that is such a great nominee, and I'm so happy for him. I love Delroy, and I'm just so happy that his work has gone noticed by the Academy. I thought he was excellent in Sinners, and I'm very happy to see him get nominated. Sinners getting original score was obviously always going to happen. I think it's clearly the favourite to win as well, so I'm not really going to talk about that. I'm just happy, and Let's Get Ludwig is, I want to say, third Academy Award. I could be wrong, but let's hope he gets it. I Lie to You getting Best Original Song. I swear to God, if that fucking K-pop Demon Hunter song wins, I will be outraged. I cannot stand that film. I cannot stand that song. Just please, no, please give it to I Lied to You. It is clearly a better song. Please, 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 please. Sinners also getting original screenplay is obviously, I also thought was a no-brainer in my personal opinion. I just thought you had to give it at least a nomination. I don't know if it'll win. I hope it does. So yeah, I hope Ryan takes that home, and I also hope he takes home Best Director, because he was also nominated for that. So I hope he gets to take both of them awards home. I can only pray. Let's hope. Now on to some other films where I just have a little bit to talk about. One I'm really happy for in a film that I really didn't love as much as other people is Amy Madigan getting a nomination for her role as Gladys in Weapons. She is clearly, for me, the best part of that film, and I'm just so happy that she is getting a nomination. And I kind of hope that she takes it home. I can't lie, she is terrifying. She's one of the scariest characters I have seen in horror in a while, and she still keeps me up to this night. No joke. She is terrifying, so I hope she takes the Academy Award home. Fingers crossed for Amy. Big surprise, especially for me, and I think everyone else. F1 getting nominated for Best Picture. Did not see that coming. I'm not complaining. Like I said previously, I do love F1, but it getting nominated for Best Picture, I'd never seen it coming. Really good film, really well made film. Just I didn't see the Best Picture nomination coming, but I'm really happy that, and I think it's really cool that it's getting nominated for a Best Picture award. It's a big summer blockbuster, you know. Just you don't really see that happening anymore, at least anyway. I think probably the one that we can all agree on is the easiest win of the whole Oscars is going to be Avatar taking Best Visual Effects. I don't think anything's competing. Absolutely stunning film. The amount of time and effort put into that, just yeah, you might as well just give them the Oscar now. And finally, The Smashing Machine getting nominated for makeup, I thought was a really cool nomination, in my personal opinion. I thought the makeup was stellar throughout the whole film. And kind of okay, but I would have liked a bit more of maybe a nomination. I don't know who you would have nominated for in The Smashing Machine, but yeah, I thought The Smashing Machine was a good film. I don't think it's great, but it, we can all agree that it would have been cool to see The Rock get nominated for Best Actor in a Leading Role. Maybe I'm on my own with that one, but yeah, I'm happy to see it getting at least a nomination, which I hope it wins, but I don't know if it will because the category is stuff that it's in. So I guess we'll just see. And that does it for the Oscar nominations, thoughts, and reaction. I will be back doing the actual award winners and my reaction on them. May even have a rant if some stuff goes down, but yes, I will be back for doing my actual winners awards reaction and thoughts. So I will be back for that. I'm sorry this video's come out a bit late as well. I know they came out on Thursday, I want to say, for the Academy Awards, but I've just kind of been doing a lot. So yeah, anyway, I am getting this out to you now, and hopefully you all agree with me. If not, let me know something in the comments below. Maybe who you thought should have been nominated and maybe what got snubbed. Let me know in the comments. And yeah, guys, I'll be back to you soon with another big video, hopefully at the end of the month, fingers crossed. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Take care. See you later.